How are you coping with rising gas prices?
I'm walking more. Yeah. I have a car now, and I drive a little Honda Civic, and it cost me almost $80 to fill it up the other day. Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm from Newfoundland, so the gas prices there are skyrocketing. Yeah, it's like $2 a liter to fill it up. Yeah, it's crazy.
The person I live with, he also has a car, and she gets her fuel redone every week. She used to spend around $60 per week. Now she spends $90. So the overall cost and everybody's economic budget per month has increased because of that. And it's been affecting not only just Canada, all over the world. Yeah.
Not well. I just received a $200 energy bill, whereas like last year it would have been closer to $50. So yeah, rising gas prices have gone way up. I don't personally have a car, but I do power my house with oil. So I have a vested interest in making sure that gas prices, if they do increase in a more stable way.
It's definitely something I'll be considering more. I'm a student, but I'm lucky to have a vehicle, and I don't know if I'll be taking those extra trips as much, because that's a lot of money for sure to be driving around if you don't need to. So.
Fortunately, I'm retired and I don't do a lot of driving, so the gas prices itself, as is affecting us personally, not that tremendous, but obviously people who make a living out of driving and delivering goods and that sort of thing, it's going to cause great inflation. The more gas prices go up, the more the cost of everything else will go up, because it's all tied together.
But I know my partner is a delivery driver, and I know that the rising gas prices have been affecting him a bit. He's been kind of wondering if he should ask for a raise because of that.
I think if it continues in the long term, we're just going to see a switch to more car companies starting to manufacture or inquiring into the possibility of electric cars and using that as an alternative source. It'd be better for the environment, so I'd honestly rather that.
Well, it's the same in UK. The gas and energy prices are taking a huge hike, which affects everyone, and more so the people who are on low incomes. The government is saying it's going to be capped, but at that point, but then you still have to pay back in years to come. So it's an initial reaction, but it's not long term.
So as a non-driver, it doesn't have as much of an impact on me, although I do understand that it's a crunch for a lot of people's incomes, and also the impact that it will have reverberating in terms of prices of commodities and other resources. So,
awful. Yeah, they use reasons to hike the prices of gas for anything, so that's just another reason.
I think they're terrible, but it's the price we pay at the moment, so I think it's more important that we support people and their human rights than have cheap gas.
Not much of a choice. I think it's unfortunate. I do think that we should probably try and find other solutions, but for now we have to deal with it. But I don't think it's something that will last long term. No, I don't think I think the longer it is, the more Canadians, not just Canadians, everybody even in Europe, will start having a problem with it. We need to find other solutions than relying on Russia for our oil.
Well, that's it. I mean, I just think twice about taking a trip in my car. But I live, in a city neighborhood, so I don't drive a lot. I don't drive to work, so it's not as bad for me as it would be for others who have to drive more, for sure.
We're fortunate in that way. We only have one vehicle, and I'm working from home, and even if I wasn't, I'm a transit user, so it's an irritant, but it's not a big part of our life.
If they're really concerned about the prices of fuel here, you should Google Germany fuel prices or the UK fuel prices. We're getting a bargain.
Well, it hurts. I mean, I'm recently retired, so I don't have as much money as I did, So yeah, it hurts. You got to cut back on other things, or not drive as much, or yeah, it's difficult, but You got to make do somehow.
I think that there's some greed going on from some of the large multinational oil companies, and they're capitalizing on the situation that we're in. It's unfortunate that they haven't been able to provide some relief at the pumps, and a big portion of our gas expense is actual taxation. So I think the government should come ahead and provide some relief as far as that goes. But yeah, it's going to actually slow our economy and increase inflation, just the price of moving our goods around.
Yes, it is affecting me. I was just telling my friend that I'd probably be driving out to Rose Isle to go cross-country skiing, but I went last week, and I just recently paid my first $80 tank fill, and I've spent $150 just by not by driving around that much over the past couple of weeks on gas. So, I mean, who am I to complain when so many other people in the world have problems that are 10,000 times mine?